Hello YouTubers, Genghis Lenner here with the 10 fullest pillars of the earth. We are in chapter 2, Sowing of the Wind, and I do apologize for the wait. My mother's guests that came for the weekend having a barbecue, and they wanted me to eat with them and all that. So, and then we're going to the pool after they eat. So this live stream is not going to be as long as the others, because usually I play for like 3 or 4 hours straight doing this, but today's live stream is going to be fairly short. I didn't want to leave you guys hooked on nothing. So let's jump right into this chapter. And from last night, I believe I remember we were the new church was being built. We had all sorts of new stuff happen. Hold on. It'll okay, so yes, okay, so we were in the market. Yes, we were Jack. He's much older. Everyone's older now. We're in the future. Like, compared to the past, you know, everyone's much older. Everyone's a grown man. They're not little kids anymore. Surprisingly, Philip still looks the same. I thought he would have, like, gray hair by now, but anyway. Okay. Balm for the fullers. Oh yes, that's right. The live stream from last night, my inventory glitched and it wouldn't show up. It's funny. Oh god. But now I can give the fullers the balm for their hands, so that way their hands won't hurt anymore, and we can go see Aliena and tell her about the book.
Try this.
Whenever did you find the time to make a balm, handsome Jack? Don't you have work to do?
Who would I be if I could just pass by ladies in need?
Does that mean you'll join us and do some filling?
Nope.
I have my own work to do, so that won't work, I'm afraid.
Oh, of course. Suddenly you've got work to do. But I dare say, that balm works. My hands feel much better. Thank you.
You're welcome, ladies.
Yeah, but okay, so we got that done. They have a copy of in Winchester, so we got to go to Winchester to find the book. And yes, oh, I'll have my live stream up as well, so I'll be seeing all the comments that are being said in here. So okay. Alright, so where was I? Okay, so no, that was fine. It's fine! Stupid live chat. There we go. Trying to get it to show up. Alright, okay, so yeah, so this live stream will be fairly short, as we already know that, so I'm just trying to gather my thoughts together, because I think do this. Oh, Aliena's house! Whoa! She's got like a mansion! Whoa! It's like the only fancy, well, except for the one behind us.
Come on, Jonathan. Let's tell Ali what I found out.
Ooh, a kitty cat.
Ranulph of Chester and his half-brother stole Lincoln Castle from Stephen.
Wait, what?
At least this is a chance for us to take it back.
For us? Who is us? The whole of England is strangled by new taxes and torn apart by this senseless quarrelling.
Senseless quarrelling? You still think I'm just playing around?
No.
I put my life at risk, Ali, for you and me. This isn't a game.
I know that.
Do you? It's an honor to be one of the King's Knights.
An honor that costs a lot of money.
Oh, now you broke it, Jonathan.
There's someone at the door. I'll be right back.
Oh. Go play.
Jack,
Hey.
so,
Yes.
what brings you here?
Do you have a visitor?
Are you jealous?
Everything all right there?
Yes, it will just take a minute. Sorry, but my brother is waiting. He has to ride back to Shiring soon.
Ah, I see.
That's William? Whoa!
I just wanted to tell you that I found out about
I
the
did not
book.
expect that to be William.
What book?
Holy
Oh,
cow, he
Ovid.
looks so different.
You were still
all
looking
grown
for
up.
that.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Oh my god.
I don't know. It just feels like there are so many problems right now at the construction site. That reminds me. Could you tell Philip that I've come up with an idea how he can pay the workers?
Oh. How?
I'll buy up all of his wool and sell it on the fleece fair myself. But I need to go to Shiring first and get the money.
All right. I'll tell him. By the way, they have a copy of the Amores in Winchester.
Oh? I think I know someone who might be able to get it. But first we need to make sure Philip gets his money and talks to Percy.
Who?
Percy Hamley, the Earl.
Percy Hamley, the fat oaf.
Congratulations, everybody heard you.
So what? They're all bastards.
I think I should be going.
Ah, all right. See you later, Jack?
Of course.
Bastards.
You're gonna have to forget that word really quick, little brother.
So for them you've got money, Ali?
So you were eavesdropping on me. Great. That deal with Philip will help them and us, Richard.
Robert of Gloucester is advancing on Lincoln as we speak. Tomorrow we will ride from Shiring. And what I need from you is money for a new sword and a gambeson. And I want my shield painted in Stephen's colours.
Is this leading anywhere, Richard? You've been doing this for years now, and has the king ever considered making you Earl of Shiring?
Not yet. But I fought side by side with him before. He knows my name, Ali.
Oh, all right. I will meet you in Shiring, and I'll bring the money.
Uh-oh. Does that mean Philip's not going to get his money? Oh no. This could lead to a bad thing. Because if Philip doesn't get the money, church doesn't get finished, the workers leave. Because the workers won't get paid.
Father Philip. Yes? Aliena says you can pay your workers. She has enough money to buy up all the Priory's wool and sell it in Shiring. And that way, you get your money earlier.
Really?
But you have to accompany her to Shiring. She has to fetch the money first.
The sooner the better. I have to talk to Percy Hamley anyway. Thank you, Jack. Now you better get back to work. Tom wanted to talk to you.
Yeah, if I talk to Tom now, he'll insist I stay at the construction site and work. Am I really done out here?
Yep.
Jack!
What?
Come here, please. You wanted to finish your call bill, and I let you. Sub-Prior Remy just told me you disturbed the monks in the scriptorium.
Philip told me to practice reading.
The Bible, not the kind of book you were looking for. Then you go and waste your time in the cemetery and the market, and in the kitchen, and chatting to the Fullers.
I made a balm for them. I wanted to help them.
You should have been working instead. Don't you know how close we are to shutting down the construction? If I'd not planned ahead, it would all be over now. But how am I to plan ahead if I can't rely on you, Jack?
What? Watch out! Whoa.
Are you all right?
Yes.
Up here! Hey, hurry up, quick!
What the hell?
What's going on here?
Your son thinks I dropped the stones. You were the one who pulled them up, weren't you? Of course. That is my job. He was probably angry because he might not get paid.
Alfred, stop it.
What?
Peter, what happened?
I'm not sure. But there was a monk. He was wearing a black robe. And when he saw me looking at him, he ran away. Maybe it was him.
A black robe? Are you saying this was my fault?
No. I'm sure I didn't recognize him. He wasn't from here.
No. Peter dropped the stone and doesn't want to admit it.
I assure you, a monk would never do such a thing.
I don't believe him.
Did I see a black monk in the market? It was an accident.
Alfred is wrong. It was an accident. We need to be thankful that nothing happened.
Already talking like a monk.
What?
Jack is right. Let's just leave it at that.
What about the monk?
We don't know that there was a monk.
Accidents happen. We'll check all the ropes to make sure there won't be another one.
I never saw a black monk in the market. Philip. Oh, it's from Phil. Regarding your question concerning your brother Francis. Oh, I regret. Yeah, how is he doing? I haven't seen him yet. I regret to tell you that he has not been seen in our discourse for over 5 years. I don't know what that is. Diocese or whatever. For over 5 years, I believe this is to be due to his work for Robert of Gloucester. Okay, after making an inquiry at Jarl or Earl, whatever one you prefer, Robert's court, I found that his scribes were sworn to secrecy and could not answer our requests. These times of war are times of secrecy. I have faith that your brother Francis is well known and working hard to support Earl Robert in his quest. I pray that his fight for the throne in the name of his sister Maud will be fruitful and bring an end to the anarchy. Alright, we are all aware of the wonderful work you are doing in Kingsbridge. Your Saint Adolphius is well known even in the Holy Roman Empire now. Oh, cool. Our sub-priors to okay.
Excuse me, Philip? Philip?
I'm sorry.
Is everything all right?
I was just thinking about my brother. What is it?
Aliena is ready to go to Shiring with you.
Then I must not keep her waiting.
Alright, so we... Oh, Aliena. Oh, yeah, that's right. Aliena and Philip are going together. We're going to Shiring. Okay.
As we rode, Aliena expressed relief that Percy Hamley held court in Shiring Town during the Fleece Fair, and not in her father's castle. I had not yet confessed to Aliena that I blamed myself for her father's fate. I felt the guilt and shame starting to rise when we came to a large group of peasants looking as desperate as the refugees that had come from Earl's Castle back then.
Philip stopped to talk to the peasants, and so did I. Of course, he couldn't pass by people in need of help. not even when he was on his way to try and save Kingsbridge from another attack by the Hamleys. Two of the peasants broke into tears and begged for food. Philip was mortified as they grabbed the hem of his robe and pleaded for mercy. They said they were from Wigley. They had illegally erected a mill and hadn't paid taxes to the Earl of Shiring for grinding flour. I bit my lip when they mentioned the title that used to belong to my father. As punishment, the Earl had destroyed their mill. Philip seemed unsure what to say about Percy Hamley's punishment for these peasants. I was less hesitant. I asked why they'd built an illegal mill. The peasants told us that milling taxes had doubled in their village. The peasants shouted and cried that the Earl had also burnt their fields, destroyed their houses, and taken their livestock from them. A few of them had even been killed. Philip told them to go to Kingsbridge for food. As we rode on, he said nothing. Maybe he had begun to lose hope that he would ever solve his problems with the Earl in Shiring.
I had never trusted the Hamleys, but it seemed I had grown careless over the years. They had thus far kept their word to King Stephen, but now I felt I should have known that they would eventually break it. As I was thinking these grim thoughts, we passed by a gallows with two men dangling by their necks. An old woman stood by one of the corpses and snarled at us.
Okay. Whoa. It's not our fault, though. Stop.
The old woman looked at us like a cornered animal. Philip demanded to know what had happened. She cackled and shook her head. She continued looking through the dead men's clothes. She'd already taken off their shoes and found a couple of coins on one of the corpses. Only now I realized that someone had tied foxtails to the corpses. Their hands had been cut off and their faces were burnt.
Oh.
I asked with a stern voice what had happened to the men. The old woman cackled and said that they had played with fire. When Philip asked that she should, by God, answer my question, she became serious. She told him that these men were poachers caught by the Earl's men hunting in his forests. Philip rode on, and when I caught up with him, I could see that now, more than ever, he was determined to talk to Percy Hamley.
Aliena rode by my side without knowing that I had long been responsible for her family's fate. Ever since I had made the mistake of trusting Waileran by God. Like a fly in a cobweb, every move I made seemed to lead to further calamities. But then I heard Aliena as she sped past me. "Shiring," she exclaimed.
There we go. Chapter's finished, and unfortunately I have to cut the stream much shorter than before, but I do promise on continuing the series as I have been doing with a much longer stream as usual. But as of today, this will be it. But I did wanted to give you guys something to continue the story with and something to think about. What will happen with Jack and who is the black-robed monk Literally, I don't think I. It said the option that I had seen one in the market, but I didn't